And we're back for another episode. In this episode I'm going to be doing the second part of the patch 2.4 Hildibrand Quests. So I wanted to get this done before 2.5 launches. So anyway, I'm back with Briardien, and the quest is called the Coliseum Conundrum. And it says Briardien has seen enough incompetence for the day. So, well, that merchant proved to be a spectacular waste of time. Time which is in short supply. We must return to the Coliseum before the battle begins. Here is the plan, Mithrie. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avila in combat. Until I have ascertained the trickery behind her abilities, you are to keep a wide berth of her blade. Understood? Cool. So now we need to speak to Dor Meadow, who's right there. So we're going to use the Aethernet shard to get there quicker. So there's literally 2 hours left until server down. So I've really left this to the last minute to get this quest line done, but oh well. Okay, Gladiators Guild. Here is Dor Meadow. So there you are. I was close to starting the melee without you. I'd be remiss to tell you that there's been a slight change of plans. Another contestant suffered a last minute injury, and none other than our very own Ul'dah has stepped in to take his place. With everyone's favourite octopus joining you two in the fray, spectators are just pouring in, and bookmakers across town are raking in the gill, which ain't a bad thing for us. Word has it that Master Frigris himself is quite taken with my promotional skills. Aye, the future's looking bright for old Dor Meadow it is. So, what say you? Are you ready to get your asses kicked? So ready for battle? Yes. So, aye, that's what I like to hear. Ladies and gents, it's time for the blaze to whirl and limbs to fly. He would have to stand like that, wouldn't he? So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and steel your stomachs. The Mithrie Cup, brought to you by ever charitable friends at Imagina and Sons Mineral Concern. Your concern is our concern. Is about to begin. That's a nice company slogan, isn't it? Who will stand atop the heap of main bodies and twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the tempestuous Avila of Alamico, Mithrie the famed warrior of light, or who was that grinning fool again? Ah, that's right, Humberbatch, agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. Or will it be our 11th hour entry Ul'dah, the 8-legged purple portrayer of pain? Here I am. Did you miss me? Aye, I'd say we have a battle for the ages here, folks. Combatants, take your positions and let the battles begin. So, alright, you know the deal. We team up and wipe out the others. Then it's just the two of us. I'll take a dive. And you receive your share of the winnings. I have not forgotten our promise. Look at Avala's blade spin. Why, she's a veritable whirlwind of death and destruction out there. They breed them tough in Alamigo, that's a certain. You are next. Here we go, ladies and gents. Once my buddy gets a whiff of those raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm, literally. Nothing like a rich aroma of roasted truffles. All this fighting is giving Uncle Ul'dah an appetite. It's time for dinner, yeah? Wait a minute, roasted truffles? Braised in savoury sauce, just like Mother used to make them. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sack full where that came from. That meddling musclehead. What's taking him so damn long? The girl's gaze gives it away. Open that gate at once. Fun. What is that monstrosity? Mr. Typhon, is that your stomach I hear rumbling? Could I interest you in some roasted truffles, perhaps? What fascinating friends you have, Ul'dah. Why, just look at the charming little nose. Is he perhaps suffering from a case of the sniffles? Could it be? Avala vented Tempest Blade. It was that monster all along. The girl played us all for fools. Don't look at me, it was all her idea. I'm just a stupid octopus. You were the one who approached me, you double-dealing fiend. I just wanted to experience the thrill of battle. You know, for my work and all. Come on, Dor. Has Uncle Ul'dah ever lied to you? What did I tell you? I knew there was something fishy about that Alamigan whore. Alamigans, beggars and brutes, a lot of them. We give them a home in our lands, and this is thanks we get. Send her to Gala mode for all I care. Just get her out of my sight before I get sick. But I just wanted to... my sister. I feel for the girl, really. My little octopus heart goes out to her. But the rules are rules, right? Now, if Uncle Ul'dah may be so bold... I say we call off the melee and have a final showdown between the 3 remaining competitors. That would be me, my buddy Typhon, and Mithrie here. What do you say, Mrs. Warrior of Light? Aye, that's what we want to see. Ultras. Well, this is the most unprecedented turn of events, but who am I to deny the wishes of such a passionate crowd of martial aficionados? The venue, Halatali, the fighters, the tag team of Ultras and Typhon versus the Warrior of Light. Who will be left standing when the storm is settled? Be there or miss a battle for the ages. Hildibrand stuck up there. Okay, so let's now talk to Briardien. Or Briardien. So, to review, the Truffles were to elect a sneeze from the octopus's oversized crony, which would be positioned so as to appear it was coming from the Alamegan girl's blade, allowing the two to sweep away their opponents with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it any sooner. It's quite possibly the most imbecile scheme I've encountered in my years as a consulting inspector. At any rate, we have no choice but to trust in your abilities now, Mithrie. Let us make for Halatali. So the quickest way to get to Halatali is to teleport to the Camp Drybone in Eastern Fanalan. So let's go. And then it's a very, very short run south. So obviously I'm planning for 2.5 that I'll do the Hildibrand quest line within the first couple of days. I won't leave it until one day before the next patch. Or in this case, less than 2 hours before the maintenance before the next patch. I really should have done this a long time ago. There is no time limit on these things, I just want it out the way. So I can do the new stuff. Anyway, so here's Halatali. Like I said, very short run. There is Dor Meadow. He says, well, this tourney's turned into a right mess. With all the trouble I took preparing consolation prizes for the melee, it looks like we won't be needing them after all. Of course, as long as you're bringing in the spectators and the profits, I couldn't give a gnat's ass. Now, I know what you're thinking. 2 against 1 ain't fair, especially when one of the two is the size of a small house. So here's the deal. Why don't you bring along some of your friends for the battle? Let's say 7 of them. That should even the odds, eh? So I've unlocked the dragon's neck. Okay, so it says use the duty finder to confront Ultras atop the dragon's neck. So the way to do that, open up your duty finder by pressing U on your keyboard, and then go to trials and select, where is it? Here, the dragon's neck. So I will continue once I'm in the battle. Okay, so here we go. The dragon's neck. So it says combatants, the final confrontation will be held here atop the dragon's neck. If all members of the team fall off from the platform, they forfeit the game. Seafood soup is not on the menu today, kids. So basically if all 8 players fall outside the ring, it's game over. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so now all the DPS have been transformed into these imps, and they have to stand in front of Ultras if they want to build up this stack. What do we call it here? Wet plate. They need wet plate to stack up as many times as possible so that they can break through 8 stacks of a buff Typhon will put on himself before he knocks everyone off the arena. So as long as between the 4 DPS they have at least 8 stacks, then they should be okay. And you can see there right now they've got 11 stacks, so it's more than enough. So you see the 8 stacks there, gone instantly because they had more than enough. So they have to just make sure they do the same thing the second time as well. I will link in the description the Mr. Happy's guide to this fight as well, just so you can see in more detail the strategy of this fight. This is obviously just my experience of getting it done. Okay, so now he's getting ready for Snort Salt. So that move obviously was a stun from Ultras, so if anyone got hit by it, they will probably get knocked off by the winds. That's much better. Now we have 12 stacks, so we should be good. Okay, so now he's got up 8. Easy. And obviously the same basic rules apply. Do not stand in the stupid, do not get knocked back. To make sure that you don't get knocked back off the arena, otherwise game over. Well, so far so good. It's now the same thing, he's going to do the knockback 5 times, so you have to make sure you don't get knocked back. And this should be rinse and repeat until the end, basically. We've got the concept of the fight. I mean, they make them challenging, these trials for the Hildibrand Quest, but they don't make them over the top. You know, there's no point. It's supposed to just be a fun, silly quest line. Here we go. Constantly looking at the floor, constantly dodging everything. And that's what's good about this game in the Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn, is that the fights are constantly like that, moving around, so it keeps you on your toes all the time. And you get used to it, and it just makes you a better player to be ready to move all the time. Thankfully, as I said, as only when all 8 players are knocked off, that's game over. Here we go. I'm just trying to face Typhoon away. Woo. Supported again. I feel like such a sucker. Huh, wind up Ultras. Why not? Let's need on that. Mithrie claims a victory. I didn't realise there was a wind up Ultras. Did I win it? No, I didn't. Never mind. So, let's see. Player commendation. I usually give it to the other tank. Let's get out of here. So I'm happy that I managed to get this done in time before 2.5. So anyway, let's now continue the storyline by talking to Briardien. So he says, "Good show, Mithrie. Your performance has earned us front row seats at the award ceremony. This should afford us a perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Come, let us return to the Coliseum." Okay, so we're going to return to the Coliseum in Ul'dah. So it took a few attempts, but we got there in the end. So let's see, Aethernet Gladiators Guild. Let's talk to Dor Meadow. So it was a battle for the ages, but a worthy victor has risen to claim the spoils. And now, let us take a look at the relic that our champion has won. It better be worth 40 million gil, because I could really use a house. Behold, from the personal vaults of Master Fragris himself, the Warden's Grace, a timeless treasure the likes of which our realm has never seen. One that's earned the attention of the Eorzeus' most prominent pilferer. Above you. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates, the opening act dragged on over long, but worry not, the main event is about to begin. So here is the thief. It's a man of 1,000 faces. I know that you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. Vile fiend, mark my words, you have stolen your last treasure. I swear it on the Mandeville name. Why not? So Gilgamesh says, I think not, Hildegard. Greg. 'Tis always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. So, Mithrie, you bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear. It's kind of personal. Do you not mean your skewer? My spear. So, vile thief, is there no shred of honor in you? Return my weapon at once. Oh, it seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear today's performance is invitation only. Now it's raining truffles, but the battle's already... Mr. Typhon. Just a moment. I'm sure I had a tissue here somewhere. Bunga. Alas and alack, the ring sails straight into the hands of the fiend. Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Mandeville man. Lol. It always has to be in slow motion, doesn't it? But of course, brilliant father. If that ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring. While it'll be just like Dalamud. Hildibrand, Helidor, Maximilian Mandeville. Skyward as only a Mandeville can. Oh, I like that. It's like he was trying to throw him to the moon or something. So 997, 998, 990. That's funny. Poor Hildibrand. You can see why he had to be made into a zombie in the first episode, because there's no way he would survive all of this brutality if he wasn't a zombie. You can, I've linked in the description the previous episodes as well if you haven't seen the old ones. These legs, they look strangely familiar. I put a little too much spin on that one, it seems. Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with the results? Save for one thing. The ring is a fake. I just love the exaggeration of the spin. But no matter, I have a feeling this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends, you have been a most attentive audience. And that key, bloody hells. The guards, seize the feed at once. You could have said that like 10 minutes ago. Whoa. You know what bomb means? It means run. Nah, never mind. It's too late, sir. The second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, is gone. Second prize? What is the meaning of this? Many face fiend or no, the man spoke true. A Master Goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. This sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica. Preposterous. It's just the dim lighting. Yes, I'll just step over here. Have you taken ill, friend? You seem to be perspiring most heavily. Let's not be so hasty, friends. I can explain. Poor Hildibrand. So I sold out my honor, joined forces with that odious octopus, all for a false treasure. What a fool I have been. Whatever was I thinking? Do not berate yourself so, Miss Avila. Why, it was exactly as you said, was it not? You were thinking of dear Hegelina, and nothing more. I suppose I was at that. How do you know my sister's name? I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tell you to the Nawana mines to eavesdrop on your intimately personal dialogues with your beloved sister. Ugh, you have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself, of what I truly was fighting for. My honour and my sister's trust will not easily be regained, but I will not shirk from the challenge. That was really funny. So, one mystery still remains. Before the thief has identified the ring as fake, he already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly the second prize, this Ring of Inquiry, was his target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern of the items the fiend has stolen. A pattern that betrays his true intentions. The Treaty Blade, Azima's Virtue, the Ring of Inquiry, all relics with quite a history, or to be more precise, relics from the era of the Briardiens. Aho, if that's so, the answer is clear as day. The fiend means to found Eorzea's greatest museum of Briardian history, pushing up the prices and gouging honest men out of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear on the scene to tell us just as much. Yep, there it is. These are going to target this time. It's one big card. That's funny. I knew it was going to flatten someone. And for once it's not Hildibrand. There's no rest for this guy, is there? Oh, poor Hildibrand. So Ellie says, I've enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the 4 sacred treasures, and justice will be served. So this is the thief's final challenge to us. But what are these 4 treasures of which he speaks? I'm finding it difficult to read, it's just so funny. It says, where the 4 treasures of Briardia become one, the wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of sun. An old legend, little more than a fairy tale at that, and yet it seems the Phantom believes there is some truth in these words. Four sacred relics from Briardia, the Warden's Justice. Loafy words coming from a glorified footpad. One who's winning over the common folk by the day, if rumours are to be believed. It would seem the tales of a master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Consider his targets thus far: a wealthy collector and Sultan Swan, a trading mogul and brass blades, and 1 mining magnet and the stone torches. Is it any surprise that the sympathies of ordinary Ul'dahs would be with the perpetrator rather than his victims? Astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our quarry clearly harbours no small degree of resentment for wealth and authority. Might his next target be a member of the Syndicate? Perhaps the Sultanate herself? Hildibrand's just resting in the meantime. He says, then it will be to his downfall, for the greater the challenge, the higher I rise. Just one moment, if you would. Mark my words, ye of many faces, there is but one man who shall lay claim to the 4 lost relics of Briardien, and it shall be Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. Was that? No, it couldn't be. Methinks Gobert may need a new pair of spectacles. Okay, so let's complete the quest. So this is a preview for patch 2.5. So it's a race to recover the 4 lost relics of Briardien, as the fiend's true identity and aspirations are revealed. Will Eorzea fall prey to the forces of evil? Or will our hero do what only a Mandeville can? So it says Hildibrand will return in her last vow. The key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forgot what you actually looked like? I have. And how did they freeze in mid-air like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well, see you next time. Oh dear. So we can assume basically that the 2.5 Hildibrand quests are going to start right here once 2.5 goes live tomorrow. So I really enjoyed that. That was really funny. So anyway guys, thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Mithrie.